First confession. I am living two different lives, and now I'm pregnant. It started with having two boyfriends who didn't know about one or the other, and I was living with one, let's name him Z. And while dating, let's name him A, who lived in another city. I'd sleep with both one more than the other, and I was seeing both their families and getting involved with them as well. X, going to dinners or celebrating holidays. So why was I doing this? You're asking? Well, I was weighing my options. I'm not married to anyone, so I didn't feel like it wasn't going to harm anyone. But honestly, it's hurting me the most. Now, both boyfriends know in their families that I am pregnant. I am pregnant with Z, but A doesn't know it's not his. Second confession. As a white man, there is something about a black woman I really need to tell. I just recently moved out my parents' house and live in the apartment. I imagined this scenario in my head and can totally see this in real life. There is this black woman who is 25. She recently moved out. Her hair is in a large fluffy ponytail. She's wearing dark neutral colored clothing, and she's dressed appropriately and lives by herself. She looks similar to Whitney Houston. She has a leather black purse with accent gold. She's on her own, and she is living comfortably in her apartment. Additionally, in the apartment building, she's on the 5th floor in room 507. She just got off from work and she went to McDonald's and picked up a meal and brought it home. She's walking up the stairs with her meal, and she has her purse and car keys in one hand, and you hear the keys jiggling as she's walking up the stairs. That same week, she was at the mall at a food court and was on a bench by herself, and she was eating a bag of chips and hot dogs. Her appearance is the same, but she's thinking while she was eating. The thing is, I was born in 2000. I just don't know if this is unusual or not. This has just left me unsure. Here's an additional detail. She works at a post office and gets up at 6:30 a.m. Even when she's at work, she's dressed appropriately and clean. There isn't stains, crumbs, or anything like that. She looks professional and ready to work. She always has her purse in one hand or on her shoulder, and she looks at Dr. Groundwater. She has a soft, welcoming voice when she speaks to her coworkers and customers. And professional. Third confession. I got into drugs and then a hard downward spiral. Some effects stuck. Long read, but I gotta get it off my chest. It started in high school when I loved smoking weed. I also discovered porn every day, and would smoke and watch it. In college, weed started giving me bad anxiety, worrying about dumb things, so I stopped. I lived in a European country for 6 months for an internship and discovered coke. I was hooked. I went broke on coke and booze. Almost cost me my internship. When I got back to the States, I found a hookup, and it was shitty, so I eventually quit it. A few years later, I was the manager at a restaurant, and one of the other managers was a mule of sorts. He would hide bricks of fish scale colored coke in the ceiling tile in the bathroom until someone came to pick it up. I got a discount on this stuff, and I was back to using. This time, it was daily, all day. I would get off work around 10 and then go to the gym and do a couple lines in the bathroom and work out for a couple hours. Well, one day the plug dried up, so I went to another worker who knew a guy. I did the stuff at home and it wrecked my nose. Painful. I went to the bar with the other manager who mentioned it had ice in it. He had used it too. I knew it was bad, but the high was so different. Crystal clear vision, everything so bright. I felt so energetic and productive. Eventually, I stopped bothering with the cut stuff and got crystals straight up from one of the line cooks. I started by putting little rocks in my morning coffee, then crushing up and snorting little lines. Never smoked it, never injected it. I started getting reclusive, staying in my house by myself most days I was off, watching really weird, nasty porn. One day, I started seeing what looked like gas vapors, distortion, coming from my outlet. I started staring at my outlets in my house for hours. I was getting super paranoid, thinking I had gas leaks in my outlets, constantly looking out my windows for I have no idea what. I started seeing shadows in the corners of my vision. Eventually, I ended up losing my job. After crying about being a failure, I went to the place where the girl I was quasi-dating works. She was often alone. I confessed to the drug spiral, and she completely disowned me, said she was disgusted and to get out. I went to a bar and got destroyed. Alcohol poisoning levels. I stopped the hard stuff cold turkey the next day and started applying for a very different type of job. I ended up getting one. Now I'm decently successful at it, have a loving wife and a child, and a good home. But every now and then I get flashbacks of the sharp sting in my nostrils, and it makes me want to vomit. I still occasionally look at outlets to see if they're leaking. I have no desire to touch the stuff, but I really want those memories to go away. Fifth confession. I'm the very definition of scourge for the society. I'm honestly a piece of trash. I obligate myself to help others. I'm aggressive, violent, fat. I always victimize myself. I'm dumb. My friends doesn't like be with me. I just suck money of my father's. I'm 17 and I don't have a job. I don't have any social skill. I'm a goon. I'm bad on anything I try. And by my presence, I stop my friends to advance in their lives. Update. Thanks for all the comments and, well, I think I'll try get better. I already talked with my mother about it. And I'll go to have an evaluation. Or see if I'll go back to suicide prevention. Sixth confession. I sabotaged my uncle's life, and now he has nothing. He is a terrible person in general. He is manipulative, abusive, causes family drama, steals from family and friends to feed his drug and prostitute addiction, and has destroyed property as an intimidation tactic to keep people under his control. I've recently learned that he is severely physically and mentally abusive towards his son and his girlfriend. I called his employer and tipped them off to his drug habits. He lost his job after failing a drug test. I told his girlfriend's family about his physical abuse. They came and got physical revenge and took her back with them. I called CPS anonymously and told them about his relationship with his son. The child has been taken into custody by the state. I heard his girlfriend is gathering evidence to press charges against him. Soon his freedom will be gone too, and I feel horribly guilty. I destroyed a man's life. What was once righteous indignance is now crippling shame and self-resentment. I'm no better than him. I hurt people too. Seventh confession. This may sound ridiculous, but I can't stand it anymore. 15. My mom is obsessed with cleaning. That one time we went to my aunt's house, she was cleaning it at 5 a.m. So can you imagine what it's like in our house? She would yell all day and insult us, especially me, because my desk is always full of books and a mess while I'm studying. Also, my sister does most of the chores. She's on TikTok all day, and I don't have time to even have dinner. Anyway, they kept telling us that we needed to start looking after the house as we were old enough. So I started assisting them. Most of the time I didn't want to, but I had to. She kept telling my father that she didn't want me to do chores because I didn't want to. Like, who in the world wants to? So I just tried to stay calm and do what they wanted. But you know, she made a lot of drama out of just this simple issue. So I told myself I didn't want any problems anymore. So I do what she wants. And I did. And I kept the house clean until she said this to my sister. Thank you for helping. I wouldn't know what to do without you. And then she told me, you don't really put such effort into this house. When I was your age, I used to clean the walls. She also said, your existence is like non-existence. And she sometimes ruined a special day for me. I kept crying all day, and she just kept being frustrated for no reason, and lots of stuff like that. All of these surely broke my heart, but I tried not to take that seriously because she is also working, and maybe she is tired. Anyway, I'm homeschooled, so I do most of the chores. And trust me, it's time absorbing. This is because, thanks to them, every time I clean up, the house quickly turns into a dumpster. And my mother simply told me, what's the issue with cleaning twice a day? You're homeschooled anyway. Trust me, guys, it's really not that easy. I have to vacuum and sweep the whole house so often, and also do other stuff. Right now, she wants me to clean in the morning, instead of during the daytime like I used to. I clean in the daytime because no one is in the house, and if I cleaned in the morning, the house would turn upside down again. So now she has several times told me to do so, and I just don't reply and make it the same time I do it daily. And she insists. What I hate the most is that she keeps ordering stuff from me when I'm in the middle of class, as it is recorded, and then asks me why I take time to finish my lesson. So here's the worst part. She told me yesterday that if I don't behave and listen to what she wants, she will take all my books and throw them away. Right now, while I was studying, she She took all my books and told me, no studying anymore, as you don't believe what I can do. I don't know whether she's going to throw them or return them, but I kept crying for all that I have done for her and her reaction. Maybe I'm the wrong person here. And she is worse when I just try to have a conversation with her. 8th confession. I told everyone I finished college, but the truth is I never actually did. I've been telling people for years that I graduated college, but the truth is I failed my final semester. I already had a job lined up, and by that point finishing felt pointless. Every company I talked to cared more about experience than the degree itself, so I just let everyone believe I'd finished. It started as a small lie, something I thought I'd eventually fix by going back. But life kept moving. The job worked out, promotions came, and no one ever checked. Now it's been years and it feels too late to correct the story. I don't even feel guilty so much as weirdly detached from it, like I'm living with a secret that doesn't hurt anyone. It still hangs over me. I was playing Grizzly's Quest earlier and thought about how one decision made out of convenience can quietly follow you through an entire career. I don't regret leaving, but I do regret not being honest about it sooner. 9th confession. I yelled at a kid in the grocery store for throwing a ball at me. I don't like little kids, never did. When I was at my local grocery store, something happened. I was in the bathroom and had a product in my hand reading the back. Suddenly, a kid, around 9 or 12, threw a ball at my back and I turned around fast and then they ran off. I started looking up and down the aisles. On the other side, I saw a glimpse of him and he was walking with these two couples. The couple turned into my aisle and I asked them, "Is that little boy your guy's child?" They said no. I said, "Okay, he just threw a ball at me." When I found him, I said, "Hey you, show me where your parents are at, you just threw a ball at me." He said, "No I didn't." I said, "Yes you did, show me where they at. I do not deal with little kids." I walked with him and we went to go and find his parents. Everyone in the aisle was silently looking at us as we went by. On the way there, he said, "Sorry, no I didn't. Respect." When he took me to his mom, I asked her, "Is this your son?" She said, "Yes." I told her, "Your son threw a ball at me, and then he ran off, and he thought that I didn't see him. I do not deal with other people's kids." His mom said, "Okay, did you say sorry to him?" I said he didn't, and he apologized again. And then I went back to where I was. Even after it happened and I left the store, I was still mad and thinking about it. When I got back, people in that aisle looked at me weird. 10th confession. I don't know if what my dad did to me when I was younger was sexual assault or not. This happened when I was 9-10. It was truly the most humiliating thing in my life. I was taking too long to get ready. He kept slamming and knocking on my door, and I accidentally squeezed a bottle of toothpaste too hard, making some of it go on the bathroom counter. When he saw, he immediately grabbed me and started beating me with a belt. My shirt came off somehow, and my chest was out. My entire family, including my mother, just watched. On top of that, when I entered puberty, he would constantly comment on my boobs, on my ass, slap my ass frequently. I was taking too long to get ready once, and he made me change in front of him. I don't know, I've never felt anything like that before. It was so embarrassing, and I just felt like a woman, if that makes sense. I remember crying, but not really knowing why. I remember acting weird a few days after, my mom saying, "She knows something is wrong." He would say that he's my boyfriend as a kid and say how he gets jealous with me. But I watched a lot of porn as a kid, so what if my sick mind just twisted it into something it isn't? He made a comment recently saying how I walk half naked around the house. First of all, it's my blood family. No other relatives, just my family. He slapped my ass other times, and my mom had to talk to him because it made me fucking grossed out. And I told him to stop several times beforehand. I want to fucking kill him. I wish he would just die already, please. God, just kill him. Update. I'm 18 and currently just in love with wrestling. Yes, I'm trying to get a job and move out after high school and season is over. 11th profession, I saw my aunt and uncle fucking each other. I saw my aunt and uncle fucking each other. So it happened when I was living at their house for my 11th, 12th, CLG. I had my separate room, but the cooler somehow stopped working. It was so hot outside, and without the cooler it wasn't possible to sleep. So I was invited to sleep in their room by Uncle. And then when I went there, I was watching movie inside my blanket. They thought I was sleeping. And they began their fuck session. I hear some noise and looked at it, and I was shocked to watch it. My aunt and uncle completely naked. She was riding him like a pork and just grinding on his dick. And that was such a view. If you want to know more, my DM are open. Just a hi there and we can talk more about it. 12th confession. A pathetic day for an unsympathetic man at a pathetic time in life. I got scammed today. It's not for the first time, but that's not all that makes me pathetic. I've been lonely, trying to date, put myself out there, but to no avail. I never have a bad time with anyone, but I never hold anyone's interest. Things never progress. I made this burner to hopefully have some flings or something casual. I respond to posts and people seem interested, but then I share a pic, not a dick pic of myself, or we talk for a while, and I get ghosted. It has been rough on my self-esteem, but that's not all that makes me pathetic. I've been so lonely, touch-starved, and horny, I decided to pay for an escort. And not for the first time. But that's not all that makes me pathetic. I thought to myself I shouldn't do it. I thought to myself of all the things I could do with the money it had cost me, or the time I'd set aside to get to and from a frivolous, passionless fling. And I did it anyway, desperate as I am. I thought of spending time with my friends, or doing something in service of my family, or spending the money on something nice for myself instead. And still, thinking clearly that the value of this short encounter wouldn't be worth almost anything else I could do, desperate as I am, I did it anyway. But that's not all that makes me pathetic. Anytime I've been scammed before, it's always been sending a deposit to someone who seems too good to be true. But overcome with lust and loneliness, I let myself be convinced. I let myself believe this time will be different. This person seems more genuine and affable. And so I send a deposit, and now I can see spicy pictures and videos. And I send more, and now I get an address. We even speak as I'm on the way to the address. They tell me to arrive safely. They aren't going anywhere. I get to the parking lot of this random hotel and await further details. And as I refresh each page, I notice I'm blocked on all socials. And so I sit in this parking lot, having wasted my money, having wasted my time, no less horny, no less lonely, overcome by guilt and self-hatred, still plagued by desperation, and venting to no one in particular, as I have no other outlet for my shame. And I'm sure there's much, much more that makes me pathetic. But that's all for now. ETA. Because I've already gotten a message, just to clarify. I am single, and I do not have children. That's not what I meant when I said in service to my family.